What is good, YouTube? My name is CJ. This is CJKnowsTECH, and today we have an unboxing. I got the LaMetric time. Now this is the YouTuber's clock. If you don't know, if you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure you have seen it if you watch tech YouTube. And I've got one, and I want to let you know why this is on everyone's desk. It's actually really cool and really dope, so stay tuned. Also, if you look in here, you got power sources and connections for all over the world. So this thing is A1. Let's get into this quick start guide and let's get it all set up. Let's go. What's up, YouTube? My name is CJ. This is CJKnowsTECH, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, and anything creative. Today we're going to be taking a look at the LaMetric time clock. Now this is the YouTuber's clock, the social media influencer clock, whether you're Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. This thing has got you covered and a lot more. This clock has apps that can do a lot more than what I anticipated or even knew. Now I knew the YouTube thing was like the A1 bread and butter, the point of why I wanted this clock, but I'm finding out that there's more and more uses to this thing far beyond what I even knew. Now, this right here is the LaMetric time. I mean, it's a clock, and yes, it has a hefty price tag, but once I show you what this clock can do, I think you will understand why that price tag is exactly what it is. This thing is A1. As you can see right here, I am using a power bank to power it, but it does come with a legit long USB cable that plugs into your power supply, surge protector or whatever, you know what I mean. Okay, so I want to show you why this thing is A1. Now, as you can see right here, if I click over, it's going to get into my analytics. It's going to show you my estimated ad revenue for the last 28 days, which will be blurred out. It's going to show you my watch time for the last 28 days and if it's up or down, as well as my views for the last 28 days and whether or not they're up or down. A1. I think this is showing my subscriber increase over the last 28 days, and then it's back to the revenue. Now, if I click over, another great feature, this thing allows you to monitor the view count on one video. So if you have a video, you're trying to track how well it's doing, you're able to do that. So this right here is one of my videos that's up right now, and it's doing pretty good. And I'm able to, in real time, keep track of how well it's doing. Instagram, Twitter, follow me on all of these at CJKnowsTECH. I'll put it right down there below. Sweet, like that's a quick little view of a small amount of the apps that are on this thing. I'm gonna get into the phone. I wanna show you apps and settings and the capabilities of what this thing can actually do. So let's set this down for a second. So if we go ahead and we open this thing up and we get into the apps, the first app is the YouTube channel subscriber count. As you can see right here, I'm logged in to my account, CJKnowsTECH. And also you can have a short number. So if you have a huge following, you know what I mean? You need that 60K or that 100 with a K as opposed to it being written all the way out. Or if you really on that big time, you got that 1.5 M for the million and so forth, you can have abbreviations. Another thing that's really great for people who have large followings, and even for the ones that have smaller followings and maybe you don't want as often as a notification, because you can have a notification, you can turn it on or off and it can have a sound to it. I love that feature. Now you can have it to where it's every single time someone subscribes, a single person, it can go off, or you can have it go off every 5, every 10, every 100 subs, every 1,000, or every 10,000. So for those of you who have a big following and might be wanting this clock, just know they got you covered so your notifications won't go crazy. Must be nice. I'll get there one day. Now let's go into the analytics. The analytics is a really dope one as well. As you can see, you got it for your channel, or you could do analytics for a video. I didn't even know that. That's really dope. So I got it set to channel, and then I got it set for last 28 days. You can do it as last 90, 365, quarter to date, year to date. You get the picture. It's just like your creator studio. Now also you have a filter on here. You can filter it from it being the collective as the world. You can filter it to a certain specific region or a specific country. So if you're targeting a certain demographic in a certain country, you can monitor that directly. Really dope. You can have estimated revenue, you can have watch time, views, subscribers change, and you can even have the spike chart for each show up. I'm not a fan of the spike chart one, so I turned that off. So that analytics setup is pretty dope. So now here you got individual video view counter, which is really dope. So like if you just drop a video and you want to see how the community is receiving it and monitor the views, you can do that. and watch it in real time without having to refresh a page or refresh an app. So also under this app, you can also set it up to show you the video likes, the video dislikes. I recommend you do not look at that. Don't focus on the dislikes on YouTube unless it's just like seriously outweighing the likes. And you can also see how many video comments you have. You can watch that. Then you got the typical Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, calendar viewer. You have email notifications. Let me show you also, like if you go to the phone category, you can have your phone notifications, and you can also have it interact with Amazon Echo, Google Assistant, Slack, and whatever that IFTTT. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Now I want to go back to apps because I want to show you exactly how many apps are available for this thing. It gets crazy. So let's hit this plus sign down here and the App Store, and I'm going to go to newest apps, and I'm going to go to show all. Watch this. You got Discord server status. For those of you who have Discords and are set up on there, that's something handy for you. As well as, let's see, I'm gonna try to flip through here. There's a lot of things. You got Fortnite on here for you Fortniters. You got Google Trends. You got Spotify. I know there's Bitcoin and Bitcoin pricing that you can monitor with this thing. Oh, you have Google Analytics. So you got Google Analytics as far as revenue as well as visitors, which is really dope. You can monitor your website traffic. And you know what? The list gets crazy. So, Twitch. For you Twitch people, you got your Twitch counter, Twitch live notification. Also on YouTube, if you do lives, you have a live YouTube view counter, so you can see how many people are actually viewing your live right there real time on this thing. You got Slack notifications. For those of you who are in the Slack chats, I used to be in one. It was very sneaker based, but they kicked me out due to inactivity. But I'm putting on my time here. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, fellas. I'm still getting my sneakers though. Don't sleep. Okay, so we're not done with the app. Hold on, let's go back in. You can customize this thing physically to some degree with certain things. Now, brightness, you can have it either set to auto or manual. You can set how bright this thing is with the slide of a finger. Really great. Now, there's a screensaver on here, which I really appreciate, because during off hours, so at times that you're not at your workstation or not needing to see these updates, you can set the screensaver to come on. Very low intensive screensaver of a clock. And you can set up how the text is scrolling, you know, the animation, whether you can have it as a typewriter effect or a scroll. You can change the volume. I turned the volume down because when I was doing the voiceover, I didn't want the volume going off, but we can turn that back up again. This thing is really cool. This thing is really dope. It actually wowed me. I wanted it for a lot smaller of a use. I just thought it was gonna count my social media things. It can do your, sub counts, and I didn't even know it could do video views and so forth. I didn't know it got this deep or this extensive, or there were that many apps, which makes this thing even more useful and practical and intuitive, and I love it. It reaches to more markets beyond the social media influencer and so forth. This is very business savvy as well as social savvy. I love it. I'm absolutely wowed. I've had this thing for the last couple of days, and I'm so happy that I got it. Now, how I got it is I picked it up on Prime Day. So on the first day of Prime Day, I noticed that this wasn't on the schedule to be on Prime. I think last year it had a nice Prime Day deal, so I tweeted out to LaMetric like, yo, put this thing on discount. And they tweeted back like, stay tuned, or like, one of those mysterious type of tweets like, stay locked in. But then when it actually went live, the CEO of LaMetric himself tweeted back and told me it was live. I picked it up, snatched it with no hesitation. I think it was like a 20% or 25% discount. At that point, I was committed. I didn't care, and I grabbed it. Now, it has a nice little hefty price tag. I won't even lie. I got a link in the description down below. Go check this bad boy out if it has any real use for you. And I would tell you this honestly, wholeheartedly, as someone who paid for this with my own money and is using it and finds a ton of use out of it. Now, you gotta have a use for it, obviously. It's cool, I know. It's worth every penny or dollar that they're asking for it. I mean, I would like to see the price come down, honestly, but it is what it is. If you catch it on a discount, throw it in your wish list, see if it ever goes on a Prime deal, or a lightning deal, sorry. Pick that thing up. But I highly recommend it, especially if you're into social media, especially if you have a YouTube channel. It's very motivating. Every time I hear that notification go off, seeing how often it's going off, seeing the growth, seeing the grind, seeing everything manifest, it keeps me going and grinding, baby. So I love it. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, anything creative. This was just a LaMetric time review, and I just plain and simple, go get this damn thing if you're looking at it. If you're worried about it, if you're trying to watch reviews and trying to figure out if it's worth it, go get it. Enough said. I'm done. Bye.